On the local scene, 10 Kenyan young players will leave the country next week for the World Youth Scrabble Championships to be held from the 6th to the 8th of September in Sri Lanka. 5 of the 10 players are youths from Brainy Bunch Club, including students from Starehe Boys and Brookshine schools. Let's take a listen.
Brainy Bunch is a club that was founded early last year to introduce, develop, nurture and support young children and students in putting their sporting skills to show, with Scrabble and chess being the dominant sports in the club.
The game of Scrabble, you're meeting people from all backgrounds, different teams, different continents. So it's very important for them to learn from the other continents, learn what they do different.
Since last year, the club has seen several players, including those from the slums like Mukuru, get trainings and mentorship, and next week 5 Scrabble players from the same club will be traveling together with 5 others to Sri Lanka for the World Youth Scrabble Championship.
Of course, we're going to face tough opponents. We expected that. But we promise we'll do our best no matter what. Even if we lose, we'll still make sure that at least we come back with something.
I think Scrabble is the most challenging one. Your mind is more involved in it than compared to swimming and hockey. Scrabble is really challenging, but it's also a fun sport to play.
You choose, you take, you do. Whatever they choose, we give them an opportunity to try. There's a boy who comes to Starehe without having seen a trumpet, and you give them a chance to blow that trumpet. They blow it so well, they're invited to national occasions where they go and play. The others who come here, they have never kicked a soccer ball, they have never seen it, and you allow them to play soccer to a point where they go for tournaments and win.
The 5 who booked their place in the team to represent Kenya at the 3-day championship finalized their trainings at Starehe Boys ahead of their trip on Tuesday.
As a school, this portrays what we stand for, because for us, we are there to build our students both in academia and in extracurricular activities. So when we see one of our students excelling in this, it shows us that we actually are living the dream of the Brookshine School.
The good thing about introducing it to these different regions, the neighbors around the schools want to learn the game. So when you have other schools around that particular school you're training, they pick it up, you have competitions, then at the end of it all you see the numbers changing in terms of youth participation in Scrabble. And it's actually something very interesting that Kenya won the most vibrant youth participating in Scrabble in Africa. That is, Nigeria are the best in Scrabble, but they haven't gotten to the level at which their youth are surpassing the numbers in Kenya. So slowly by slowly, it takes one to build a village, slowly by slowly.
Despite producing some of the best young players in the country, Brainy Bunch, just like many other sporting clubs, is financially struggling to keep up with the project of developing the wide net of talents available in Kenya.
Apart from the resources, money. And it's one of the root causes of why most of the time the students don't travel. So you get that a child has qualified, gone through the qualifiers in their regions, gone to the nationals, they don't qualify. What happens? They qualify, they don't have money. So they just stay in school or stay at home. Having no sponsors, they do come in. You find that at times they'll sponsor an event or two. But without that constant push or even that constant support, it becomes null and void.
The players, though, are not deterred by the barriers in their way, and on top of fighting to make their education count for their brighter futures, they are not leaving their sporting part of their lives behind.
First, I would be very happy, and it will help and motivate my players here in Kenya to know that despite being a girl, you can be something really great, and being so young, you can do amazing things and go to big places and represent your country in so many ways. So I hope it becomes a motivation to others.
I started as a child. Now look where I'm going. Honestly, I'd say just go with your passion. Your passion can take you anywhere at this point. And of course, just make sure always keep God first, or whichever God you believe, and you shall always go, and you shall go far, and you succeed in life.
They are going for medals at the World Youth Championship, but should they not win medals in Sri Lanka, they will have learnt an unforgettable lesson to share with the others back at home.
As much as we want to win, it is also to learn something new from people from other countries, to get new training strategies that can make me a better player, and to interact and learn more about other scrabblers out there in the world.
The Pakistani team has kids as young as 10 years, 13 years playing in the national team. And if Kenya embraced that, we would be very far in terms of Scrabble, language, mathematics, because those are essentially the main key subjects that are elevated and supplemented by the game.
Buckley Feather, Legends Edition Sports.